just love Frankie so much. I feel like a little piece of my heart's gone. During the 70s, we hung out, we had so much fun, and I just can't believe it's over.
We're gonna miss Frankie. Great memories of him hanging from the pipes at the Crash and Burn, and plenty after too.
Frankie, wow, he was just a great performer. To go see him live was one of my favorite things to do when I was like 18 in 1978, 79. You know, it was just going to the Teenage Head shows were just amazing thing. Big influence on me. You know, I probably wouldn't be a singer today if it wasn't for people like Frankie and Teenage Head and the Forgotten Rebels and that sort of stuff.
I'm a rebel. I'm an activist, and I think Frankie was, and the way he lived his life, he definitely bucked the system. And if we didn't buck the system, we wouldn't have the rights that we have today.
Frank was one of my biggest inspirations. I used to see him hanging around Star Records back in the mid-70s, and then I believe the first time I saw them play was at Brant High School in Burlington, and from there I basically I came to Toronto to the Crash and Burn and to the Chimney. Through them I met and saw bands like the Diodes and the Viletones and the Ugly, and the first Teenage Head album for me is on par with, it's probably my top 5 great albums of all time. And, Frank is the heart and soul of Teenage Head, and I'm going to miss him a lot. He means a lot, but rest in peace, brother.
Well, Frankie actually taught me my first guitar chord, and now I've been playing for about 10 years, and we're actually nominated in the Hamilton Music Awards against Teenage Head for Best Punk Album of the Year, which is ironic, but it's awesome because I don't know, I love him for it, so it's
I've known Frank almost 30 years and worked for them for many years. I just think he affected so many people's lives in so many ways. I think there's a person who was rock and roll. He had that charisma, he had that personality, he had that thing about him that was just superior in so many ways to other frontmen. He was rock and roll. He may have come out of the punk movement, but the guy had something different and something that just unequivocally was superior.
I went to high school with Frank Venom. I was in grade 9. He was in grade 12. They dressed like the New York Dolls every day. Even before Teenage Head ever hit Toronto or did anything, they were fully formed. They were Canada's greatest rock and roll band. And to be a kid around there, witnessing that and having them as my friends is a pretty magical thing. And Frank really gave a lot of Canada the best party they ever had in their life. But very few people knew Frank Kerr, and he could be as a difficult person, but also the sweetest man in the world.
I played with Frank for a while, and did a gig at an oyster bar for about 2 months. The guy used to pay us in coke and booze. Basically, all we did was get high and chase chicks all the time. And it was a lot of fun. I knew him for a while, and we always had fun.
I remember back in the 70s, we used to go down to Larry's Hideaway, me and Crazy Harry, Crashy. These are a long time ago. I saw him about a year and a half ago at the Wilson House. Christ, it's a shame. It's a shame. Stand up, guy, Frank.
We used to play baseball together in Princeville Park. Frank was a couple years older, so he was up there and I wasn't. After that, with the Head, that's Gordon Steve's good friend, and playing in Frank's basement would have been the beginning. Hanging around with Frank. And hey, great lyrics, love his lyrics, and lots of fun, many places across the country.
Frank was a heck of a nice guy. I've known the guy almost 40 years. So he's lucky. He gets to stay 52 forever. I'm going to march on till I'm 100. Rock and roll.
Frankie, great to know you. Lovely afternoon. Best to everybody.
Well,
Canada ever had an Elvis, it was Frank. So long, Frank.